All right, so good evening. This is Heels Numerology for tomorrow, which is 10/27/2024. This is my first live since they banned me back around the 9th or 10th or whatever it was. Might have been a little bit after that. But I'm going to try and run through this as quick as I can. So if you're asking questions in the comments and I don't respond to you, it is not out of disrespect. It's just I'm not going to engage too much so they don't have time to keep finding shit to ban me about. So this is Heels Numerology for 10/27/2024. 10, the choice. 27, enslavement. 2024 is a year of manifestation, but as I've been telling you all year long, the manifestations we are currently dealing with are manipulated. We're producing our energy, where we're using our energy to produce a quote unquote reality that does not support the majority. It's pretty much the worker ant or worker bee society. We're working for somebody else's benefit. So 10/27/2024, I choose enslavement to what I judge worthy of bringing to life. What you judge worthy of bringing to life, that is manifestation. I'm going to give my energy to this, or this is what I want to see. Those are manifestation events. And again, the write-up that you'll see me looking off reading from is what I posted on my page earlier. It's called Heels Numerology. And it said, oh, it's fuckery anyway, which is one of my sayings. So 10/27/2024, I choose enslavement to what I judge worthy of bringing to life. Basically, what I keep paying attention to is what I'm authorizing in this realm. And the card that goes with that, it's the world I create. This is the world card, 21. This is the goddess, and this is the phoenix. It's the choice itself, like I told you. You got to choose between whether you're going to represent yourself in a fashion of wholeness. And even if you don't understand wholeness, I'm going to fashion myself in a perspective that is not tied into a bunch of traumatic functions, traumatizing people, scarcity consciousness, things on that level, wholeness to y'all. Or I'm going to choose to keep giving my energy into this phoenix cycle shit. We always on fire. Something's always burning us. Something's always taking our energy. Something's always taking us through something. The phoenix goes through cycles. So in this realm, when you choose enslavement to what you're manifesting, it is all based off of your energy. What are you going to choose? The stuff that shows you in higher energy, or the stuff that keeps pulling you apart and got you out here struggling trying to get it together? 2, 1. 2, connection. But I also told you 2 is knowledge. 1, my awareness, my energy, my potential, my magic. If I place what I think I know, the 2, in front of what my magic actually is, use common sense. Giving your energy into what you think you know and not realizing the potential of what it's doing to you or what it's costing you, that's how you make a happy slave. 21, 2 + 1, 3. Gonna get right back to the thoughts. You're gonna get right back into this trinity, this mind, body, and soul. The mind, body, and soul, from my perspective and experience, is a trap. It is you in dissection trying to figure out how to be whole. The problem is you're going to try and figure out how to be whole by filling the pieces. That's not your wholeness. That's you authorizing further separation. Perspective and experience. And let your life tell your tale. So going on to the next line. Again, when you hear me throw out these number lines, this is integrated dissection. This is taking the combinations of the numbers, the day, the month, and the full year, and figuring out where the vibration is going. This is not your standard numerology bullshit. So 111, 222. I tell you, when there's 3 of the same number, such as this 111, it's a trap vibration. The analogy I use is if you look at a computer or old typewriter, if you mash A and A keeps coming out, something's wrong. If you mash A one time and 3 of them come out, it's stuck. That shit's faulty. So when you get 3 and 1 in my number system is the potential itself. So if I got 3 1s, I'm trapped in my potential. If you got 3 2s, 2, again, as I said, is knowledge. But the primary thing between knowledge is your lower level sense of what you call duality, connection. If I'm trying to deal with me, it ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. See, that'll shut most of you up except for your ego. If I'm trying to figure out me, that ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. So therefore, I only need to deal with one, not two. But your traumatized mind, your programmed mind, your lower level egoic mind is going to say, nope, I got to do this, that, and the other. I got to include this one and that one. You already took yourself on a journey. So 111222 says, I'm trapped in the potential while being trapped in the reflection. Remember, I'm telling you, two is the connection. If I'm connected to what's pulling me apart, and I think what's pulling me apart is more important than holding myself together, I'm already enslaved. I'm not going to do that tonight because that'll get me banned. But if what is pulling me apart is more important than me holding myself together, I'm only going to give my energy to it. So what I wrote was trapped in the potential while being trapped in reflection, aka chasing your own tail. And tail, if you know anything about words, is spelled many ways. Tail, what's going on behind me, what's dragging behind me, like a monkey's tail. Or TALE, a story. Or TELL, tail. Again, when we're dealing with cards, you already showed your hand. You got a tail. If you play poker, people have tails. That means I can already see what you're going to do. That, in the sense of what you people call spirituality, is the most dangerous thing. When somebody already know your spiritual inclinations, you're on a chessboard. I know all I got to do this, and I'll make them do that. Why? Because they're already responsive. You are going to give your energy into what you should not be given because you're not responsible. And that is the problem with a lot of people. So again, trapped in the potential and chasing the reflection, chasing your own tail, the tail, the Trinity effect. I call that divinely divided. You're divinely divided when you are paying attention to your segments. This again, resonance only, is where you hear me tell you that too many people know astrology but don't use it. And I've always told you, probably for at least 9 years, you're more than your sign. But if that's the only shit your mind can gravitate towards, at least learn how to use it. Stop standing proud on knowing your big three and all your houses, but still out here falling apart. How the hell you gonna know everything that's burning you, but your ass still on fire? You'll make an excuse though, because you're already trapped in the potential of what's already got you trapped in your reflection. And if you're trapped in reflection, you ain't seen your light. I'm sorry, when you out here doing your shadow work, you are only working on the results of where you already lost your light. But here's something for you, children. Where you lost your light, you were still already in separation. What was the source? Where did the light come from? Here's where your ignorance gonna come in, God, and everything else. The lack of accountability to self will have you accounting on everything else, even if it's the figments of your imagination. And here's another tidbit for you. Within an illusion, everything that you think is real. Why? Because it's already an illusion. Within an illusion, everything is real. Because your ass fake too. Shh, this is bigger than the FBI documents got released. Oh boy. So going on to that one, like I said, you're divinely divided, but you foolishly think you are being guided. Being guided by what's already designed to pull you apart mean that you will fight tooth and nail to hold that shit together. That'll have you out here as a emissary of God, high priestess for this and a high priest for that. And there's no disrespect to any system because they're all usable. As I just told you, everything within a reality, everything within illusion has the potential to be real. But some of the stuff within an illusion is just delusion. That's where you get into fanaticism. You know, that's where you deal with energies that you speak for but never speak for themselves. Shh. So that's the divinely divided aspect. And like I put in here, you better, Scooby. Scooby. You better call in Old Man Dithers. If you're from my day and age, you used to watch Scooby-Doo at the end, they always catch the person and pull the mask off. Holy shit, it's Old Man Dithers. Only in my reality, Old Man Dithers is you. Everything that you got put through at the end of the day, when you pull the mask off that bullshit, when you get into the shadows, it was your light. It was your light. You just didn't have accountability to yourself because you've been taught separation. So you already gave the ability of your account to something else. Your destruction. But resonance only and let your life tell your tale. The fact that you have to keep going around trying to discredit anybody else means that you ain't a credit to yourself. Oops. So you trapped in your own bullshit. And you refuse to take off the mask, old man dithers. You refuse to take off the mask, old man dithers, because you're trying to find plentifulness in what's already got you in separation. Please go back and look at everything I just said. When I post this later, go back and look at everything I just said up until this point. You are starring in the same shit that's got you pulled apart. Holy shit. One, my potential is trapped in who I think I am. Which one are you? Are you the phoenix, the being that's always on fire? Or are you the goddess, the point of creation? For some of y'all simplistic ass minds, that's blasphemy. That's blasphemy to think of yourself as accountable enough to save yourself. So you're always willingly enslaved to a master. Oops, I'm not supposed to say that word because that's what got me banned. Willingly enslaved. See how much I care. I don't care about being banned. I'm not on here for pay. I'm on here speaking to the pieces of me that don't know that they're in pieces. So maybe one day they'll get their shit together. Oops. So, old man dithers, the only thing you starring in is the plentifulness of your ass in separation. Only you don't know who you are, so you out here concocting experiences and attaching to experiences, trying to find the right one. You are a cosmic puzzle trying to find the last piece, but the last piece is you. You out here trying to find the last piece by going into experiences to become the last piece, but it was already you. Holy shit, Dorothy. The power was within you the whole time. Your ass and got out here and went on a journey. And all you had to do was sit your punk ass down and be still. You didn't even need the ruby red slippers. That was just a tool of your own usury. Oops, Glenda might have been a fucking Heyoka. Sorry. So you trapped in a reflection of yourself in separation, trying to find the bigger parts that hold yourself together. Y'all won't understand why, so I'm not going to use that one. Think about the most delicious biscuit you get, and you pick it up and that bitch fall into 100 pieces. You're mad because it was so perfectly formed together. I wanted to take one big bite, but now I got crumbs everywhere. I got crumbs everywhere, so much to the point to where I don't even value anymore because it lost its value and wholeness. Then I'm disgusted by it in separation. That's how you should think is, holy shit, this separation is not worthy of me. That biscuit ain't good to me no more. Some of y'all are so used to crumbs, scarcity consciousness, that you only want more pieces. Because you think that the more pieces you have, the better sustained you'll be. Oops, that went over your head too. Next line, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. A 1 and 4 2s. Remember I told you, 3 of the same number is a trap vibration. 4 is a fatal infection. If you are dealing in coding and you mash the letter 1 and that bitch just keep pushing off 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, holy shit, I can't write no program that way. It's going to keep repeating the primary function of that 1 until it gets out of stuck mode, and then it can go back into the divine flow. So in this line here, where 1, my potential, has got infected by the 2. Holy shit, 2, connection. 2, knowledge. 2, my reflection. 2, my projection. Projection in the sense of what I want to see. That gets into your perception, your perspective, and all that other shit. You can connect. Cosmic connection or collective conscious, whatever y'all call this shit. Or collective conscious. But my thought ain't your thought. Then y'all not really connected. Y'all just chained together and enslaved. If we're collectively connected, but we can't get our shit together, where's our queen? Fucking worker ants. Where's our queen? Where's our king? You understand what I'm saying? You'll need a master. If you're collectively connected to a bunch of things that can't get their shit together, they'll need somebody to guide them. Oops. So 1, 2, 2, 2, you are magically infected by knowledge, programming, and dying daily because you can't stop eating what's killing you. Fear comes in here. If I'm in a system that has not shown me enough and I've never taken the steps to show it to myself or realize that it's not there, because this is just the field of separation. If I'm not smart enough to learn that it's not there because this is just a field of separation, then I'm already stuck. I will have to hire somebody else to take me through that field of separation. And holy shit, they couldn't show me either. Now I'm reincarnating. Now 6 life cycles ago, I was my grandmama. Why? Because your energy is stuck in perception. And when you make it to the end of a perception event life cycle, and you don't find your end, holy shit, you transition into a new beginning. Only you try and get dumped and dismantled from your traumas, the well of forgetfulness. If any of you had that experience, which hell, all of you have, you just don't remember it. The well of forgetfulness, where you come back into the new life cycle and perform new functions in the same format, but I have memory. I've done this before. Deja vus, past life recalls, even though you fucking really know that past life, in the sense of time is not linear. It's all taking place now. Your separation is all happening at once. And it's just waiting on you to hold yourself together. But you're stuck. 1010 is source code. 1010 is the initial programming point. 10 is my potential has fooled me into potentially finding myself as everything. 1010. Look up source code on my page. You'll find it. So I'm magically infected and dying daily because it's the only thing I keep eating. And as I was getting ready to say, best analogy I can give you this is that old movie, The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy. At the end, when they had that child in the cage and they kept trying to feed that child that rotted porridge that had blood in it, because that was the only way they can get its power, is if it tainted itself. Please slow down. The only way that child could be defeated is if it defeated itself by eating the blood that was hidden in the porridge. It had to willingly infect itself. They couldn't do it to it. Sardom Nupsi was just a thought of fear. Sardom Nupsi and his minions are sitting around casting all these spells and doing all these chants. Little child just sitting here pulling out a fucking leaf. I'm good, player. Nah, get that food away from me. I may not have what you call plentifulness, but I got enough for me. And I'm not going to lose me. That went over your head too. So, you infected by what you know. But if I'm going to be infected by what I know, such as that little child eating that porridge and finding out what it was going to do to it, it had enough awareness not to move. That's how you get out of the infection of knowledge, is stop letting that shit move you. If what I think I know is not showing me what I need to see, if who I think I know is not showing me what I need to see, if who I believe in is not doing it on its own, unless I keep making concessions and lies and stories and telling myself what it's doing when it ain't never done nothing for me except for fill my mind with belief and faith. Oops. Holy shit, that just triggered somebody. If all I'm doing is believing but never seeing, I'm already under fucking manipulation. Why? Because something else already got my fires. Holy shit, remember I told you at the beginning? The mind, body, soul component. There you go. This is the king of fire. This is the wizard. This is what's ruling over my energy. Remember, it came in reverse. I'm not ruling over my energy. I'm manipulated into being easily enslaved and losing my power. This fire, that's your power. Your energy is your power. Your energy is your currency. Why? Because instead of manifesting, I've been manipulated into giving up my plentifulness and rejoicing in the journey, because joy cometh in the morning, even when I've been tricked into going out and create it. See, I got you covered from all angles. It don't matter if you want joy cometh in the morning type, or if I'm going to get out here and chase the bag. You still been talked into moving. You still been tricked into motion and into investing in a system It's only designed to pull you apart. Up next. So at that moment, because they keep messing with my phone trying to hide my document, the next line was 333. And I'll just read it straight. It says 333. Remember, I'm telling you, 3 of a number is a trap vibration. 3 is your thoughts. 3 is your mind, body, soul component. That is the manifestation field. In this 3D realm, your mind, your body, and that captured soul runs this show. Oh, he's an old soul. Yeah, you're right. He's a young soul. Yeah, he right. Oh, he ain't got no soul. Yeah, he right. Why? Because it's all your perception. Remember I told you time, in the sense of the linear fashion, it doesn't exist. So if time doesn't exist, age is just a construct. Age is just a construct of measurement. Past, present, and future is just a construct of measurement in something that already lost control of its motion. Shh. Oh, sorry. Normally, at this point, if I could show you, half of the deck just jumped out. Half of the fucking deck just jumped out. Remember, this is 333. We're going to do this. This is 333, where it says you're trapped in your thoughts, and almost every day and night, your angels, 333 by the day, and your daemons, what you call the demons, 333 in the morning, the witch's hour, my darkness, all that bullshit y'all buy into. Day and night, the parts of you in separation keep coming to you and say, hey, wake the fuck up. But you see, ooh, that's an alignment. That lottery number I played gonna hit. Or ooh, I knew he was cheating on me because I saw 444. You're attaching to the ego side of the numbers and create a vibrational meaning to what you're already vibrating with. But if you're keeping up, you're already vibrating with your manipulation that stole your plentifulness. And your dumb ass rejoicing in it. Phoenix fire. So, because you're trapped in thought, and these parts of you in separation are coming to you daily to remind you to wake up and free yourself, but you keep hiding self into everything that you've been taught, because this is who you think you are. This is what you hear me call divine amnesia. And if you're an occultist or done any mediumship or channeling, sooner or later you probably ran across a spirit. I will, even if it's just on my YouTube. The only way I won't post this is if they ban me like they did with the last one, and they won't let me record it. But as I'm saying, if you ran across a spirit, if you did any kind of channeling, you will sooner or later hear a spirit call this the Great Sleep. This is the realm of the Great Sleep. Why? Because motherfuckers can't wake up. This is you in your head. You ain't even made no motion. You just got the ideology of thoughts. That's why you'll hear me call this the realm of thoughts and manifestation. Why? Because you're just moving your energy into your thoughts, but you have not moved your spirit into a manipulated form of advancement, if you follow me. So 333, you're trapped in your thoughts. This is the Great Sleep, divine amnesia. As I posted earlier as I was talking about earlier with the well of forgetfulness, in divine amnesia, when you try and go on a search party for yourself, trying to find out who you are, but you don't know who you are, even when you find you won't remember. You won't remember. If you don't know who you are and you drive past your family, but you don't remember your family, it's just another fucking happenstance. But get knocked over here and be like, oh, I saw him last week. Ooh. Every good movie. You won't remember who you are because you're invested in the identity that you think you are. So you at your 333 moment, you just trapped in your head. You just trapped in your head. Holy shit. That 3 is telling you who you are. That thought, that ideology of mind, body, soul is telling you who you are and telling you to go find out who you are by birthing your scarcity. If you did not keep up with that, you are birthing your scarcity. Remember at the beginning, you probably don't. The first card was you're going to either be the goddess, the creatrix, the point of creation, or you're going to be the phoenix, the motherfucker that's already burnt. Here, when you get your 333, where things are trying to wake you up and tell you to remember who you are, it's trying to tell you you birthed all this stuff. This is just all of you in dissection. This is you going through the experience of self in dissection. And if you are going through the experience of self in dissection by dissecting yourself, see that biscuit. You're not going to have enough. Why? Because you won't be enough for yourself. So therefore, the only thing you're birthing, my dear created trick, You're birthing your scarcity because it's you under manipulation of your fires. You just want to see more by starring in yourself in separation so that you can figure out how to create a world that is going to show you how to make a choice. Did I make this, or am I just being burnt by it? Did I make this, or am I being burnt by it? Or have I been burnt by it so much that I need to make something else? That, my dear, is the divine trick. To be so traumatized by what you're going through that you only want to create more. Been so traumatized by what you've been through that you want to create more based off of what you went through. And now everything's real in your mind because you don't have any identity. And it goes way deeper than a fucking continent. So miss me with that bullshit. So easily fucking programmed. Divine amnesia. You don't know who you are, but you're going to take bits of the story that already used to take your identity to find one. Make it fucking make sense. So, because you 333 trapped in what's already got your mind, your body, and your soul, and you trying to free all three of them by going into the trap to set yourself free, did you not just go into the trap to free yourself? Ever seen a rat go into a cage? Ever see a rat go into one of them cages where he get in and he can't get out? Eventually, them motherfuckers will kill each other. Maybe we've been trapped in a cage a little bit too long. So, 333, where you just trapped in your thoughts, and now that's the only thing killing you because you keep giving energy to your thoughts, trying to find the right thought to be, when each thought that you think you are is just you in separation. But I know my trains and my transits. So, next line, 99, end game. The end game was getting you to fucking think in the terms of separation so that you sponsor the the perception of multiple dimensionality. Duality is just a small thing. I'm going to say yes, but I'm going to say no. Ascension. Yes, but no. The perception of time in itself, where time, from my experience, is just really the analogy of this is my energy. The energy I invested into the trauma I build by investing in it can leave a determination marker that has the imprint of distance, but I still never went anywhere. That's why I was saying about this old soul, new soul shit. It's all happening now. It's just that you get caught up in your ego and you keep dumping energy into that perception of time, that within this illusion where everything is real, you create it. There are no real meanings. It's perspective. It's just that you have to start getting into a perspective of awareness to where what you think meanings are, if all they're doing is making you go further to create more, that might not be a real meaning. Or it might just be meaning to take your ass on a journey. Everything in separation promotes separation. Y'all can cry about it all day long. Man, I love her, but her family racist. So whenever we get together, they do things to try and pull us apart. Everything already geared towards separation will only promote separation. Man, I love her, but I can't bring her around my family because they don't trust them. Everything in separation promotes separation. Back to that 1010 source code, traumatic core programming. The biggest imprint, the biggest trauma that your mind is already invested in, it's the primary one it will process. It's the one they'll give, holy shit, TIME to. Time. This is my energy. Time, an energetic marker for experiences sponsored by the being in separation because it chooses separation instead of holding itself together. I want to fight you. I don't have time for you. I want to fight you. Okay, I got time today, cuz holy shit, you just created time. One was an awareness event. The other one was an act of knowledge and experience. But you'll call it time. because you don't understand energy. You're already, yes, but again, not trying to be funny. You were saying we're not supposed to be creating experiences with other. We just supposed to find a connection with ourselves. That in itself is part of what I call the divine trick. You're already yourself. To try and find connection with yourself still got you on the journey. Everything in separation will promote separation, even when you're trying to promote your own wholeness. I don't have to go find me. I just got to be me and stop being what I ain't. Did you catch that? I don't have to find me. I just got to be me. But I want your energy. Holy shit, I'm the sun. There's a bunch of planets going around me. Do I need to go destroy them, or do I need to stay my course? Because if I stay my course and I'm the sun, they can't touch me without getting burnt. I don't need to connect to them. I just need to make sure I don't lose the connection of myself by putting myself in separation. But within the realm of separation, everything in separation is designed to pull you apart. By processing everything that comes before you, making a choice, since you are a part of this figment of separation, because remember, we're a collective consciousness. We are one thought performing infinite choices. That is source and separation. We are one thought that is infinitely trying to find out the best thought to think to now change its identity. You're in motherfucking Belks trying on outfits, if that makes sense to you. You are in Belks trying on an outfit, trying to figure out the best one to be. But none of them are you. It's just what you can potentially become by, holy shit, investing TIME, investing my energy into it. Within the illusion, everything you invest in is real. It just has varying degrees of effect. Within this illusion, everything that you believe in can become real. And even when you don't believe in it, it can still perform as real if invested in by enough people. If you'd have done any level of ceremonial magic or chaos magic, that should be clear to you. You can create things by commonality, holy shit, collective consciousness, even when the rest of the conscious is unconscious to what the fuck you're doing. That's why you can do mass rituals. That's why you can create egregores and servitors and tulpas and golems and shit like that. Formatted magic uses mental energy. Somebody in disbelief is still mental energy because they've already invested in not believing. The need to identify what you don't believe in is identity nonetheless. But I would challenge you to lose that word black on it. In my experience, it's some of this white magic that, and I'm not talking about racially white, it's some of this white magic that I think y'all been using is what's got you fucked up. But I digress. So, as I was saying, we were on 333. You're trapped in your thoughts. And I said, all these cards jumped out. That's a lot of fucking cards. But let's go there. You're right, I don't know shit. But you got a lot coming out of your mouth. I'm aware of a lot of things, but I don't know shit. Why? Because there ain't shit to know. Shit doesn't have any value to me. That is a veritable Ouroboros circle. Eating shit and then talking shit. Eating shit and then talking shit because it doesn't understand energy. So it sells its energy into what it believes in, but what it believes in don't even believe in itself. So it can't believe in you. But you can keep investing in it, thought form. When you have to speak for somebody else that can't speak for themselves, that's what you call an illusion. You can just believe and have faith. But do you have enough faith? Evidently not, because you ain't here. If you had faith, brother, you wouldn't be in here. So 333, you trapped in your thoughts and you trying to find you even when you don't know who the fuck you are. You don't know who you are. That 3 denoted told you to move. Remember I told you that 3 was you in separation. It is the thought in mind, body, soul. You just trying to find a safe place to be. Because the thoughts in my head ain't safe. So they keep me moving. They keep me opening people's pages that I know I don't flow with, but I need to go there because I know it's something I'm supposed to be hearing because I'm hearing too much in my head but not seeing enough in my life. So I need to find someplace else to be. 3 + 5, 8. I'm struggling with my own faith. So I need to go try and shake somebody else's. It won't happen. You know why it won't happen? Because I don't do enslavement. I don't do enslavement. 2 and 7. I'm not connected to who I am. And this is no disrespect to the young lady that said it earlier. I told you, you don't need a connection yourself. You just need to be yourself. Because needing to establish 2, connection, 7, self, connection to self means I'm ready to struggle. 8. This is a 9. 2 + 7 is a 9. Controlling my vibrations by just having awareness. Or having my vibrations controlled because I'm aware of who my master is. You're still on a fucking plantation. I'm not enslaved. So I don't need to embrace that shit. Why? 333. Here's my angels speaking for me. My angels told me, do not rejoice into this world. Do not rejoice into this world. This, what you're connected to, is not you. This is just a potential what you could do to yourself. Remember that old commercial? This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. We just fried an egg. If you crack yourself open and put yourself in the fire, holy shit, Phoenix. There go 2 of the 3s right there. 2 + 1, 3. 2 + 1, 3. Remember I told you it's mind, body, and soul, 333? Remember, I also told you the soul is already captive and it's held hostage to what the mind and the body want to create. See, that mind and that body is, say you're in a horror movie and there's 8 of y'all in the room. 4 of them want to go back. Well, 5 of them want to go back outside and fight, but y'all ain't got no weapons. And this motherfucker out here is a known killer. That 5 of y'all that can't keep your punk ass still is about to get all 8 of you killed. That's what's going on here. You in the 3-3, you're 2/3 of your own devil, and you fighting against yourself. Whereas all 8 of you should have been huddling together and not getting out there in the danger. You got 5 of them trying to get out here and get their asses torn apart. That part of you, my angels, that are going to try and give me proper guidance to do things the right way. They told you this is not your world. You don't need to be a phoenix. Cry, release the waters. Release the waters. Give birth to what you are, not what your ass has been taught to be. Stop creating what somebody wrote down for you to do when they ain't even do it for the goddamn self. That, my dear friend, is called enslavement. Enslavement to the ideology that somebody can save me, but didn't imbue my dumb ass with enough energy to save myself. That's enslavement. Hope you ain't got children. Why? Because it'll go down into your demonic component, your nighttime when I'm at rest, when all my energy can catch up with me because it's easier for me to keep still. So now them darker voices are coming to see me because I've been giving up too much energy to that fucking light, fluffy shit. So them demons, which were once fucking angels or older deities before Christianity and Catholicism, do your research. So now these older energies that remember where the separation came from are trying to tell me how to get out of it. It's aimless, bruh. Them 2-3s, remember I told you already had 2 of these? Them 2-3s is aimless. Them 3s ain't gonna do nothing but keep you connected to your separation. The 2-3s, remember the analogy of the 8 people? Them 2-3s, them 5 motherfuckers that can't keep still, they gonna get you killed. It is aimless to keep following them. This is the element of air. It is aimless to keep following your thoughts when the only thing they do is tell you to move. You worse than that fucking Moses story. You wander around in the desert. You don't want to be free. You just want your God to feed you. Give me some manna. Idiots. So, as I'm saying, getting back into your 3-3-3. We still going. We're going to run through this quick. See, that was my angels and my demons. This is that part of my soul that don't want to listen. This is ignorance. The 33s. Holy shit. I can't make this up. I'm the 2-3s. Remember I told you this is the ignorance? I'm the genie. I want to connect to the experience because that's the way out. Here's that part of me that says, you know what? Maybe I need to sit still. Holy shit, this is going to be a struggle, and I'm going to be a victim if I get out here trying to know. This is that part of you that says, but wait a minute, I'm still in separation. See, it still ain't bought into its own wholeness. I realize there's some tricks, but now I need to be higher self and ego. So this is the side of you that just realizes that the perception of separation might be real. That's my highest vibration, and I now need to learn how to heal. This is Osayan, the master healer. This is the hermit card. I need to sit back and hide so I can see which one is going to be the safest to deal with. So this is uncertainty. This is, I don't know who to give my vibrations to. So I'm looking for the best master because I haven't learned to set myself free. This is a motherfucker that's going to vote to go to plantation A from plantation B, but they still don't see themselves. This is a motherfucker willingly enslaved, just trying to find out who the best person to share their energy with. So at that point, where you realize you have not advocated for yourself, the first thing you should do before you go any further is figure out why I have that programming. Here's why you have that programming. Here's 1010. God damn it, there's 2 10s. God damn it, I'm already overwhelmed. There was 2 10s. I gotta separate. There's a 10 over here and there's a 10 over there. Holy shit, Lilith. Don't you birth that shit. It's gonna fix you. If you birth yourself into separation, you will be fixed in separation. Why? Because you'll be forever corrected and not corrected. You'll be forever connected to what you create. I hope you caught that. When you create, you are eternally, by perception, and infinitely, by perception, connected to it. A woman is born, and within her egg, she already has the next 32 generations. Wait a minute, them motherfuckers ain't even got here yet. I know, but they already inside of her. You ain't even birthed them yet. But yeah, it's a condition of separation. I already pre-programmed myself to create more separations. Wait a minute, that's a programming. Says the 333 function. That's a programming. I don't honor that. Nah, I'm going to love myself and I'm going to stop valuing my separation. That's a programming. That's a 6. That's a trauma. That's a bad foundation. If I've been taught that I ain't shit and everything I birthed confirms that I ain't shit, or for some of you, I'm not enough, and everything I birthed confirms that I'm not enough, that's a fucked up mind process. I need to understand why that trauma, that 6, that perfect trap, is the only thing I love. Why did I not sit my punk ass down and be still when I was the source? Because that 3 took over the 0. The 3, that thought, took over the source. That's what you call doubt. That's what you call doubt. When you think about something and it keeps getting in your head and you don't want to give in to it, but it won't go away, you're either going to girder your strength and become hardened against it and change your points of awareness, or you're going to fight with it and succumb. It came over to it. And it got overcame because now the thought was more than the thinker. So the thought becomes more than the thinker. If the thought becomes more than the thinker don't get to think for itself. The thinker don't get to think for itself. It doesn't know who it is. It's just going to keep on creating time. That's the field of time. That's Metatron. It's just going to end up writing the story trying to figure out who it is. It is going to have the most careless thing that it can do. The results of coming over. The results of coming over. This is no different than going outside with 7 people with bats and you go outside with a knife. You might stab one of them, but the other 6 going to whoop that ass. You made a bad choice. That was careless of you to go out there thinking you finna be Superman. The fuck you think this is, a Bruce Lee movie? See, common sense didn't kick in at that point. You shouldn't have came over. So now since you came over and you put yourself in separation, you're going to have to hire the parts of the separation, which you should not do. That's a trick. You should not hire the parts of your separation to teach you wholeness. because they're not guaranteed wholeness either. They're already in separation too. But you can take guidance from them until you realize, holy shit, I need to guide myself. Let me pay attention to the other parts of the separation so I can understand which ones bear reciprocity of me in wholeness and which ones are just a reflection of me already torn up from my own light. Still dealing with the fucking shadows. You ain't even met your light yet. You still dealing with your shadows. So now you're out here chasing your shadow self, your field of limitations. You're going to fuck around and find out. That thought done already told you the best foundation. That thought already told you the best 6 to be. The best way to find you is to go through the experience. But holy shit, it's filled with limitations. The best way to become unlimited is to be limited. Stupid ass analogies like that. So your shadow self says, I'm going to go through the dark to learn the light. Without asking the most important question, well, second most important question is, where did the light come from? I don't know. I'm going to go through the shadows and I'm going to heal all the shadows so I can see the light. You're right. You're going to see all the shadows that now took all your energy. That lost you too. You can't heal your experiences, but the motherfuckers can keep changing you though. So you went out here through your shadow self trying to find your light. You're going to find your false light. Your mind filled with mess. You're going to find the God effect, the thoughts that already trapped you. You're going to find the thoughts that you keep generating and operating through, and them motherfuckers destroying you. God. Not the gray-haired motherfucker that never show up. Oops. So you only going to 3 + 4? Holy shit. The thoughts that form creation, formed me. Well, what do you mean? It formed you in separation. Your thoughts that you gave your energy to already put you in separation, and now you're trapped. So the shadow self said, holy shit, you out here trying to find your light of where you gave up your energy by sitting and thinking where you should have been still and paid attention to yourself. This is for somebody who can't stop that cyclic thinking and that bullshit that's flying out your mouth right now about how you keep making justifications for why you got to give everybody your time and energy. That's the foolishness in you. If it ain't worth my time, holy shit, not my circus, not my monkeys. Not my circus, not my monkeys, and I don't like peanuts. It's deceit. That motherfucking 3 is busy. The thoughts are only going to deceive you. Why? Because they won't show you you. They won't show you the Oshun effect. I see myself and I'm going to deceive you. Why? Because they won't show you you. They won't show you the Oshun effect. I see myself and I see everything in its reflection. I just see the reflection of everything that already deceived me. Remember I told you this was your false light. So your false light was already right here trying to tell you who you are. You fucked. You fucked. You're still just trying to find a way out of the shadows by becoming the false light, which means you're only going to bring yourself into a higher vibration of separation. So here's your higher self. I have a connection to my higher self. How? By swimming with the sharks and being aware of the sharks, but learning how to be the bigger shark. Spiritual protection. I'm highly favored and I'm highly ranked in the spiritual realm. You're right, because you're good for energy. You good for energy. You highly ranked because they know they're going to get some work out of you. Because you stay connected to what's got you in separation and you ripe to create more experiences by swimming in the same waters of the same shit that's got you deceived. Oops. You just learn how to swim better. That's the higher self function is. I'm connected and I'm now aware of the sharks and I know how to tell you when the sharks are coming, but holy shit, old man Dithers, the shark is you. Because I keep giving my energy into experiences that show me that they may get me harmed. But if they show me they may get me harmed and I keep showing up, did I not harm myself? Yeah, but there's a perspective. Yeah, wah, wah, wah. The perspective is your higher self is really your ego. Your higher self is that bougie side of the ego that thinks it knows the proper way to do it. That ego is that 2-year-old in the candy store. Cleveland Jr. like a motherfucker. Honeycomb's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I ain't Tiger Woods. I ain't Tiger Woods. Just want to come over to everything. If I give my thoughts into everything, eventually there'll be nothing to think of. That is a true ego function. Energetically generated and operated without the destruction. That's ego. My energy that is generating and operating, but it does not want to see destruction. It just wants to feel, F-I-L-L, the field, F-I-E-L-D. By going through everything, life cycles, samsara's wheel, in essence, the Ouroboros, the infinity loop, all of that shit. If I go through all the experiences, the Akashic route, then eventually I'll have enough credit to stop the game. You're no better than somebody in Chuck E. Cheese. When you run out of coins and the game's still playing, but you don't have enough energy, you'll do anything to get back in. But I'm on level 99. I'm on level 99 and all I need is 5 more quarters. Sorry, baby, it's time to go. No! Like a fucking kicking, screaming child. This is you sponsoring your own separation once you realize separation is a fucking addiction. Right back to the goddamn connection. Right back to the connection of swimming with the sharks. Holy shit, you are your own 22. You're the master builder. You're going to keep on coming over and building more shit. Remember I told you, Scooby-Doo, Old Man Dithers, the shark is you. When you realize that even your higher self and ego can't save you because there's more forms of you in separation, you'll try and find another layer to the separation to produce wholeness. When what you should have done was realize that, holy shit, this is a 101010. This is my energy and me as a fool. My energy, me as the fool. My energy, me as the fool. No matter how many times I do it, I can't make it to the end. Maybe the end was the beginning. Maybe the end was the beginning. So here's death. Not, this is death. My perception, Jim Moon, this is death. You stop it by starting it. Stop giving up your energy. This is the element of fire. This is everything you create is going to burn you. Remember, the initial choice was, do you want to be the phoenix or do you want to be the creatrix, the goddess? At this point, you realized, holy shit, it was me that set myself on fire. Why? By connecting to thoughts that only mean to make me move. If my thoughts require me to create or go on this fantastic journey called self, they're only going to conduct the prime directive. What is the prime directive? Create. Source and source of self in separation only means to create the experiences to validate the separation was worth it. Sorry if you can't get that. Go to a science experiment. We break one cell up. We come back 2 hours later. That cell then broke itself up into 7 more pieces. Why? Because you just created the prime directive of separation. Once it figures out what separation is, it seeks to experience itself in separations by, holy shit, cell mitosis and cell apoptosis and all this other shit. Cell necrophilia. Holy shit, it's killing itself and rebirthing itself. It can't keep still. I'll say that. Create wonderful, healthy, loving experiences that reflect the reciprocal reflection of yourself, living wonderfully, healthy, and loving yourself. Not creating experiences to find love and wealth and health, because those are still created events that require connection. Establish that shit for yourself and then find somebody else that bears that reciprocity. Or create that shit for yourself and find somebody else that you want to give it to and create karma. An imbalanced energetic experience. That's all karma is. It is an energetic imbalance between two events in separation. Ain't got shit to do with you did this to me and you did that to me and now I'm gonna hit you back, but I ain't gotta do it because karma gonna get you. And even though y'all enslaved us for 400 years and ain't nothing happened to you, karma coming because God's got this. Went. All kind of craziness come out of your head to justify the bullshit that you want to see, and you deny everything that you've already been shown. Lie to me, daddy. But who's lying to me? You're lying to yourself. And I'll fight you tooth and nail if you don't quit saying that. So, the divine trick is making you sponsor your own separation. It was respect yourself enough not to give up your energy. Not to give up my energy. And for years, if you've been following me on Facebook, around 2019, I used to tell y'all that we were going through something and you need to learn non-attachment. Non-attachment is not detachment. Non-attachment is not detachment. Non-attachment is I am me, you are you. There's no need for a connection. That ain't say shit about we can't work together or we can't flow together or we can't have a relationship. That is, I'm not going to lose who I am and I expect you to stay the same. We can go and create everything because we are our own forms of wholeness, even in the illusion of separation. This attachment shit y'all had going on or this detachment shit going on is I'm going to get with you and we going to get together and you better do everything right by me or I'm going to need to separate from you while still watching you. Orbital. Still going around and just trying to make sure that you don't get swallowed in or trying to make sure that they don't get too far away. Energetic entanglement. Detachment, energetic entanglement. Non-attachment, personal flow. Rest of motherfucking prosody. I don't need to do anything for you. I just need to make sure that you're not doing anything to me that is going to harm me from doing everything for myself. Ooh. Not that's the shit y'all got going on. Fighting with yourself because you gave up your energy trying to find a way to take it back. You gave up $20 and you only got back 15 cents. Tax, energy. Tax, energy. Because the experience of self that you wanted to see required you to think about creating it. The energy that you invested in becoming who you are made you create a new you. You created your own separation. If you don't love who you are, you will hide who you are in the identity of what the fuck you think is safe. And for years, I've been telling you, safe mode is the fucking thing. Control, Alt, and delete. Control what I don't want to see, delete what I don't want to see, and alter myself so I see myself as better. The divine lie. You become the fucking illusion. You know this hashtag? You become the fakest motherfucker in your own life. You'll fuck around and find out. Hiding who you are into everything that you can potentially become and then trying to defend it, you'll be defending your lie. You can go back to about 2018, actually 2017, when I told you my metaphysical experience with this not deity, but this entity here. The one thing he told me was in that channeling event was you better figure out who you are. Everything in this universe will tell you what it needs you to be. The divine agenda is personal use of everything in this realm. They're about to ban me again. I gotta place shapes. I had to place shapes and drag a puzzle piece to the other one. So you'll fuck around and find out that if you don't know who you are, everything you go through will determine your identity. But look at the numbers. The thoughts only want your traumas. Remember what I told you traumas was? Traumas is time. Trauma, time in itself, is a marker of the traumas that you go through. The experiences you go through leave a traumatic memory point in your energetic field. So even when you leave this perception and come back into another one, the memory's still in there. Water has memory. Energy never created or destroyed. Why? Because this shit's already in stagnation. You're just going around where you been, trying to find a new way to do it by lying to yourself about doing it, by doing it in a different way. So since I got a couple minutes, I'm on the next couple last lines. That was because all these cards fell out. Normally I won't do that, but because it was 333, where you're trapped in your own mind, body, and soul, trapped in your thoughts, that was important. 99, the end game. The end game, in the game and be real, but this illusion is too enticing. And that is all it is. This is what you seen me post the other day about Percy and the Lightning Thief. When they were eating the lotus cakes of forgetfulness, the motherfuckers went in there with a plan, but they start eating the cakes, and the cakes start showing them everything they wanted to see and everything they wanted. It became better to live out the illusions of what they wanted than to remember the reality of what they were supposed to be doing. In the personal sense, what are you supposed to be doing? Not lose yourself to experiences. In this illusion of separation, the experiences become you. I'm not going to lose myself to the experience. I'm going to become the experience. Holy shit, it's Halloween every fucking year. Halloween every day in this fucking realm. You put on a mask and become what you want to be or what you get told to be because you're no longer investing in who you are. So the end game is to get you to move and give up your energy with the intentional promise of finding yourself at the end. But again, as I said earlier, if you go by yourself and you don't know who you are, you're not going to remember. If you get knocked out and you wake up and you got amnesia and you can go by your family, you're not going to know them because you already invested into a new fucking event. So the end game is you're supposed to be real and stop the illusion, but it's too enticing. You love being lied to. Vibrational control. Control is the issue. Control is a dirty word. I don't need to have control. I just need to have awareness of what's trying to control me. I don't need to know everything. I just need to be aware of what ain't gonna work out for me. Ta-da! Didn't have to read a book. I just need to know that that's somebody else's perspective and experience. What the fuck is mine? On page 38. Or Leviticus 17:34. 99. The end game is getting you to move and lose your vibration by trying to find out how to control what you're seeing. You already a victim. You struggling with knowledge. You trying to master knowledge means knowledge already mastered you. It was the stripper that said, come into the boom boom room. Yeah, I'm going to take her in there. I'm going to work her over. That's all right. You got to pay. She won, even when she lost. Oops. So 99 takes you to 18. Struggling. The potential is struggling. Potential struggle. I don't need to know who I am. I need to be aware of what I'm not going to be, because sometimes knowledge is the result of trauma. Knowledge of what you went through will have you determining what you want to be. So you have to be careful. So 18, emotion. You have to be careful. Energy and motion. That's almost always potentially a struggle. Why? Because it's easier, like you see on social media, it's easier to portray a persona of what something is in counter to what you've already been through and you don't want to be seen as. That is trauma response. So 18, where you become emotional, wholeness, is really just trauma response. You're just trying to lose them 233s. Them 33s, them 23s. You're just trying to get out of being bound to them experiences. But again, as I said, you were already a victim to the experiences. If you're just trying to find safety from the experiences, you're still not safe within yourself. And I probably got 30 seconds. So from there, since you not safe within yourself and you're just trying to counter the traumas, the only thing getting all the energy is the traumas, because you're developing counterpoints. So now you get to 9, which is your highest vibrations, but 9 in the sense of energy is control. The vibrational use of energy puts off an intoxicant that makes it hard to resist. Sharing your energies with hopes of finding a space to have it valued while neglecting the fact that you didn't value it enough makes you a fool. This too much. Connection, empathy, the element of waters. You gave up your energy. Holy shit, my dear. You birthed it all. If you have a greater connection to your traumas than you do to yourself as the source of traumas, the traumas always win. See Percy and the Lightning Thief. See the Well of Forgetfulness. See the Lotus Case of Forgetfulness. If I just trying to forget what I never should have known, I might not know me because I didn't have enough awareness. If I'm just trying to develop the best persona to be based off of where I was not valued enough, I might not realize it's all the results of where I didn't keep my punk ass still. I'm out of time. So tomorrow, watch out for the 333 function. Your mind, your body, and your soul. The soul is the one in captivity. Why? Because the mind and body is only responding to what it thinks. And what it thinks in this illusion of separation becomes manifested reality in an illusion. And as I said at the beginning, in the illusion, nothing's real, but by perception, everything's real. Everything you invest your energy in has the potential to be real, even if you don't see it. Wholeness.